Hello there, World of Tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm of course your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing in the Jadgpanzer E100. This is a Tier 10 German Super Heavy. Yes, I know it's a tank destroyer, but let's be real. It's based off of the E100 hull. Not only does it have the vehicle in its name, but literally the hull of these tanks are exactly the same. The only real difference is that they got an E100 turret and then bolted it down, welded it, and shoved a 17-centimeter cannon on it. And oh boy, is this 17-centimeter cannon incredibly deadly, dealing 800 average damage per shot. Now, not only does the Jadgpanzer have alpha, but in the next update, it's going to be receiving a lot better aiming time, better on-movement dispersion, and better armor. Oh, and more hit points. Yeah, the Jadgpanzer is becoming an absolute beast. The only nerf the vehicle is receiving is its overall accuracy. It is going down by quite a bit, I would say. This is the open test, sitting at 0.310, and currently my Jadgpanzer in update 9.0, which we're all sitting and playing in, is at 0.285. So it's a pretty big dispersion nerf, but because Wargaming's actually making the aiming time better by 1 second, and they are making the on-movement dispersion better, there's really no reason to complain because you can just run refined guns, still have more accuracy than a Vickers Light currently does. I mean, that's pretty accurate for a gun that deals 800 damage per shot. Pretty impressive if you ask me. So, what are the other buffs? Well, as I said, it is getting increased hit points. After update 9.1, it's going to be sitting at 2,279. If we compare that to the current Jadgpanzer we have, it should be sitting at around 2,120, so that's about 150 extra hit points that the Jadgpanzer is going to be able to have, which will definitely help you out there on the battlefield. As well, the Jadgpanzer is getting 20 millimeters of increased protection. Now, you might be wondering, how strong is that 20 millimeters of increased protection? Well, it's going to be on the superstructure of the tank. So right now, it's 292 millimeters thick. And already, a Leopard 1 running rammer is not going to be able to penetrate the Jadgpanzer next update because, I mean, you got 300 millimeters of pen. 300 millimeters is not going to cut through 292 plus 20, which is going to be over 310 millimeters thick. So good luck. But not only that, you also have to realize that this armor is angled. So it's actually 250 millimeters thick on the flat, meaning that it's about a 20% increase if you were also running enhanced armor. So if we make our way to the calculator and we were to do 270, which is the new improved armor value, and multiply that by 1.2, you're going to get an effective armor value of 324 millimeters thick on flat ground. The Jadgpanzer is going to be 324 millimeters thick if you're running enhanced armor, and I mean, why wouldn't you? If we go back to Blitz and we put on enhanced armor, it's not like you really lose that many hit points. Going back to your hit point pool, you still got 2,150, which is more than the current Jag gaining its hit points. Yeah, I mean, you get hit points, plus you can get extra armor, meaning that even a medium using calibrated shells, if you just slightly angle the tank, turning the gun like this, is going to be completely red. This armor, which is over 301 right now, is going to be way past 330 millimeters thick. So for players that love to run rammer, this is going to be worse news for you, and for players that like to run Cali, you're only going to be able to pen a Jadgpanzer if it's aiming directly at you. If it even slightly angles the tank or uses its gun depression, you're going to have no chance of penning the Jadgpanzer. Yeah, this is going to be one deadly beast next update. I cannot wait to get my hands and try this vehicle. It's already pretty awesome in the open test, so it's going to be super fun to play, especially because this is not one of the top performers in Tier 10, but you never know after an update like this. Now that we've talked about the armor and the gun and all these statistics changing, how about we play in the current Jadgpanzer E100 and see how it's going to compare to when 9.1 does release. Now, in questions regarding when does 9.1 release, I have no clue. I do know that it's going to be before the 24th of July because Wargaming has confirmed that it's going to drop before summer season tournaments start, and the 24th is when summer season tournaments start. So I would guess within the next week or 2 weeks, we're going to see update 9.1 drop, which is going to be really cool. I'm excited for a lot of the changes, but I'm also nervous for a lot of the changes. We're going to see. That's all I really got to say is we are going to see what happens when the update finally does roll around because, oh boy, you're going to see me driving in the YAG, the E3, which I still need to make a video on, the WZ-113. I mean, there's so many tanks that have gotten changes and all of them are going to be so fun to play. So the enemy team has a YAG. They also have an E3. Speaking of the devil, they got an IS-7 and an IS-4. Now, when it comes to my YAG, I am running calibrated shells. The bigger the alpha, the more influence you should be to running calibrated, because obviously if you're going to shoot at an enemy opponent, you want to pen that opponent if you're going to deal 800 damage. Now, irritatingly enough, this 60 TP is perfectly sitting in front of me, but there you go. Now we should have a good view. Oh, no, I guess we don't, and he's going to stop in front of me. Okay, thank you, 60 TP. Let's aim it on the YAG. There you go. 869 hit points chunked right off of his vehicle. That is what I'm talking about. Now, unfortunately, our Sheridan's dead. I don't know how, judging that. Yeah, that just sad. That's really all I gotta say. Sad. We got the K91 off to the side, aiming, and fire. I don't know what that guy's doing, but clearly he wasn't very smart, because I just got 900 hit points off of his vehicle, and with that we've blocked 1,030 damage. Alright, well, again, good news is we just reload. K91's still sitting over here, so maybe we can get a nice slap into his tank. Let's see if we can just maybe turn and wait. I'm not sure if he's gonna poke it again. Oh, we also got shot by the E3. Hello, Mr. E3. How are you doing, good sir? I mean, we can just fire a heat shell at you and literally butter through your entire armor profile, so yeah, I really don't think that worked all too well. The bad news is that our T100 LT seems to have no clue what he's doing. Our IS-8 is camping in the back. Yeah, I mean, this isn't the best of situations I could have asked for. We're probably not going to win this battle, but at least you can see where the YAG does do a very solid job. It's able to pen its shells, and quite easily at that, may I add. So we got a Conway off to the side. That's a pretty juicy chunk of hit points, if I do say so myself. Come on, Mr. Conway. Aiming, fire! Ooh, another 800 damage tap into his vehicle. And long live the Conway, because the guy's dead. Now, we do have the Vickers Light flanking off to the side. I'm going to start turning my vehicle already. And come on, Vickers Light. You know you want to poke it. Nope, maybe he doesn't. I mean, that's fine with me. If the Vickers dies, that is definitely one of the biggest influences on their team. So if that guy's dead, there is much less of an impact. Oh, that actually hit the E3, but it didn't pen. That's such a rip. Well, because the Vickers Light is actually dead on their team, our chances of winning just went up tenfold. In fact, I have no doubt in my mind that we are going to win this now. So we got the IS-7 off to the side. We can aim it on his vehicle, and I mean, in this time, we got a pretty easy shell onto the IS-7 if he backs up, even in the slightest, or he goes too far forward. So I'm just going to cap this base to start off with, keeping it simple. Oh, IS-7's kind of poking. Hello! And fire! Oh, well, it's fine. We're just going to make our way over towards the IS-7. I want to get a big old slap into his tank. I want to get some more damage out. So let's go up into the front line. Now, they do still have a T110 E3 left, but while the E3 may be a very big force of alpha, I think that we can actually sneak our way straight through here, and there you go. Nice. Okay, so first things first is we're just gonna load. We could do a heat shell. We definitely could do a heat shell. Oh no. All right, we're just gonna fire HE. That's 283 damage I can very easily add to my game with almost zero skill needed. And then in a couple more seconds, we're just gonna reload. 5, 4. Let me just put on adrenaline here. Come on, IS-7. No, we're not able to get that shell out. Well, you know what? We can just drive up this hill, and then we can easily get the shell out. Hello, Mr. IS-7. How are you doing? A boop. There you go. Nice 828 into his vehicle. Now, he might die, but I think I'm able to back up before he's actually able to pen me. And there you have it. Nice. Okay, so again, we've been able to do a pretty solid job in this game. This IS-7 is not enjoying life, if I have to say so. It would just be very nice if our T100 LT was to clear that enemy T110 E3, which he's doing right now. Goodbye, E3, you poob. And E3 is dead. Okay, well, looks like our 60 TP will hopefully be able to finish off the enemy IS-7. If not, we do have the T100 LT as well. And I'm going to make my way over towards the IS-4. Come on, come on, come on. No. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Eat shell. Ha ha ha. Alright, well there you have it. This is the Yag. Definitely not the craziest of games, but I was able to deal 4,700 damage, showcasing really every part of the Yag that's super strong. And judging that next update, the Yag is going to become even more of a frontline beast. I am extremely excited to try it out. Either way, hopefully all of you enjoyed today's video. If you'd like to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. And other than that, I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.